Yeah. What is up, party people? Happy Thursday. It's my Friday. Pumped. Came on in today, Belle, sitting right next to you. Little Southern living.
How'd you boys like that?
It's pretty good.
Do a little thumbing through it?
I did. I got to be honest with you. Southern living's awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of living? Southern kind.
Southern kind.
Best kind. Full of biscuits and gravy.
Yes, sir.
All of his show prep came out of the magazine.
We're excited. Like the home shows when you watch people go buy houses, which is a bizarre thing that we do in the Western world. You think that do that anywhere else? They don't. We're the ones. And I'm always amazed at how much money people can spend on a house. Aren't you?
Can or have to?
Have to and can. It's like, I work part-time. I sell seashells. Nice. And my husband raises baby lambs. And you're like,
miniature ones.
Yeah, miniature ones. And our budget's $12.5 million.
Did you work hard for it? No, I'm a trust baby.
That's right. My mom and dad gave me a $17 million down payment. Just nuts. But yeah, Southern living's the only kind, baby. Is it gorgeous today? Can we just say that?
Yeah.
You've not been outside. Shame. Go outside. It is absolutely so amazing. Like this is why you live here. This is good. Hey, elsewhere, man, I was talking to my son. It's hot in California, like nasty hot. They're not used to that. I'm like, he goes, Dad, it's the kind of hot. But then when I was out with you, like it goes, it's Nashville hot. I said, no, dude, it's beautiful today. We're like 80 something. What are we gonna be today? No swamp ass for sure.
No, I mean there's no heat index right now.
Good.
It's 79 degrees.
Woo! We had to put that bad dog to rest. Tell you what.
Gathering dust over in the corner.
That's right.
Till we plug it in again because it's coming.
Oh, yeah. How many more times should we expect? So, because this is my first summer through here. What are we expecting?
I don't know if we're going to get, extreme heat, but it's going to get hot again. And it'll be more than once. Okay. It really, like I said, I wear shorts until December.
Yeah, well, I do. I mean,
there's going to be, and that's not.
And that's when he switches to culottes.
Yeah,
culottes.
What are culottes?
This is what I love. Your weird music, I love it, and the fact that you're throwing. What did you say? Craft and culottes.
What are culottes?
They're like shorts that are built into a skirt.
Yeah.
Are they real short?
No.
Well, I'm not wearing them.
What do you think? You're going to show everybody your package?
I'm not wearing them then. Well, I'll go shirtless. Anyway, we're going to get some more heat.
I'm good with that.
Just hang in there.
I'm good with that. It's Labor Day weekend.
And I would not be surprised if you're running your air conditioner on Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I love the cold. But as I got older, and it's weird, man, I started to like the heat, especially because I'm like, God, I want to live in England because it's cold. And I got red hair and fair skin, please. And then I went over there and played soccer, and I was like, this is awesome. But then then when I came back, God's like, all right, now that you did that, every place that's ever been the hottest place on the planet, you're going to live. And I moved to Palm Springs, and my first weekend, they broke records, historical records, of 123 degrees on my first Saturday out there. It was the grossest thing I'd ever had in my life.
123 degrees.
Yeah, and that was the time where out in Death Valley, they broke a record that I think was the longest, or they tied the record. And people go out there they've got a golf course out there in Death Valley, and they go out there when it gets to like 130 plus so they can, say they did it. That's nobody should live like that.
No.
Nobody should. That's not right.
And don't do it just to say you did it.
Yeah. When you get older. You find out and tell the kids when you get older, just saying you did it. Just all you got to do.
Just say you did it.
Just say you did it, right?
I don't know, man. Nowadays.
Well, they got pictures.
That's right. That's right.
Because now if it's one of those things where, do you have a picture? Well, then it didn't happen.
Yeah. Prove it, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's it. That's why Bigfoot's had to go even deeper underground, because everybody's got a camera.
That's right.
Freaking Bigfoot.
They knew it was coming.
They did. A lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, the latest 9 patients still admitted, including 5 kids. I'm still, so yesterday, I'll tell you guys, I'll let you in. You guys always hear Belle and I joke about not sleeping. I woke up Sunday, didn't go to bed until Monday late. Woke up yesterday at 12:45. And I didn't finish doing all of my work till 9:40 last night. Yeah, I did.
Well, if you'd stop taking all those Andy Griffith breaks, you'd be all right.
Oh, Andy Griffin, he's great, but
he is.
He would not have liked this. So I got home and did another show. Then I had a podcast. Then I had interviews to do on top of that for my other show, and then some that I was doing for other stations and whatnot. I was exhausted. I almost fell asleep. The last interview, honestly, I almost fell asleep. I was like, but then what happens is my uncle and I were only supposed to do a 30-minute podcast for something. 2 hours and 20 minutes later or so, we finally finished. Because we got to talking, and we were talking about
Joe Rogan?
We were talking about the shooter, and then my uncle goes off on all kinds of wacky stuff with that because he loves all the conspiracies and whatnot. I'm like, dude, reeling him back in. And, then he's talking about Captain America and how Falcon was stupid to give Falcon Captain America. And there's no way because he didn't have the serum, so he could never have beaten Red Hulk. Not even real Captain America would beat Red Hulk.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I was learning stuff. He goes,
you know who could?
Who?
Nobody, because he's fake.
Yeah. Well, that's what you think.
That's not true, Brother Bilal.
I saw the movie.
Them.
I saw the movie.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what
Indiana Jones is Red Hulk.
You know what the number one movie was last week?
Weapons?
K-pop Demon Hunter.
Oh, that's right.
It was only out Saturday, Sunday. Really? So get ready for this. So if you guys don't know anything about this, maybe your kids will. K-pop Demon Hunter is the most successful show in the history of Netflix. I think Sony had it. They spent about $100 million on it. They didn't know what to do with it. They sold it to Netflix for $20 million. The album is gone platinum, and it was a sing-along. So all of these kids packed out all of these theaters to come and sing all the music of it. And so I'll give you guys a snapshot. This is what's great. The girls are K-pop stars, and they're also fighting demons. So the demons decide that they're going to be K-pop boy band stars so they can fight the girls.
Sounds legit.
Sounds like a real hit.
It is in the it got more views in the first week than almost anything they've ever had. It just passed Brad Pitt, not the Brad Pitt, but the Rock and Chris Evans, and Gail Godot. I forgot what Red Notice. It's just past that. That's how huge it is.
I'm telling you, man.
We got to do a movie. You guys got any ideas? ChatGPT, you got any ideas?
I want to be the guy who says, I don't know about this, fellas.
Oh, that's a good guy. Hey, some of you listening.
And then I get crushed by something.
Some of you guys listening, I've been in the Hallmark movies, have done all those kind of things. We're going to do it this year. Ken and I want to help, and next year for sure we want to be in one of those. Because we'd be great, dude. We'd be one of those DJs, like in the local town square. Hey, it's Skippy and Todd, and we're doing fun DJ stuff.
Yeah. We'll be on a radio station that's in just a beautiful, quaint little downtown.
Yeah, K-Snow.
And K-Snow will be, and there will be windows. The control room will be inside some windows, and everybody can just stand around and watch us.
And we're just on, and it's our continuous Christmas music, ding, 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 and that's it.
And we'll report as people are helping each other get out of jams.
Oh,
while our fans are bringing us hot cocoa and cookies.
Hot cocoa and cookies. That's right. And then they're going to find out that we are the long-lost nephews of Santa Claus.
Exactly.
And that is why that Cameron Bure Cameron, or whatever her name is, she's got to marry one of us. or we don't get to be Santa.
Of course, I'm so short, it'll turn out I'm just an elf.
Oh, you're just an elf. Oh, my God.
Well, look out, kid. I make your toys.
I know. Everybody always gives me Santa stuff on the interwebs. They're like, you look like Santa Claus if he was a biker. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be awesome. We got to do that. What am I, Jamaican? What? Somebody asked me that? Am I Jamaican? No, I'm not Jamaican. Tell you that right now. We're going to, I was talking to Chris before he left. We were talking about, have you seen the Scottish girl? I showed it to Belle that tried to defend herself in the park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That is real.
I mean, it's real. Is what she claims real? That I don't know. Is it possible? Absolutely. But I talked to my buddy up there because, I used to live in Falkirk in Scotland. And he's all, Yeah, she's a bit of a, what we call, she's a nutter.
A nutter.
She's a bit tough. And I'm thinking, did you go to the park already with weapons?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Because you didn't leave your sister there to go home to get the weapons to come back.
Yeah, it's a machete and a hatchet.
And a hatchet, too. Like, she pulled him out like she was going to start doing the, like a dance. Like, you want, like, the movie Last of the Mohicans.
Britney Spears.
And and this girl is serious.
Yeah. And, my wife's like, what is she saying? And I'm like, do you really want me to tell you? I'm all, there's an F-bomb, there's an F-bomb, there's an F-bomb.
Did she say the C word?
No. I mean, not that she doesn't know it. That's probably something they'd say. But no, not at that point, because there's only about 40 seconds of the video. But so, comes to find out, she's not 14. She's only 12. They've taken her into custody. Or not, but she had to turn herself in, and I don't know what happens from there. But then they're warning everybody, don't, come to conclusions that, because she's alleging that this guy hit on her sister, and then the sister turned her down, then the guy groped her, or groped them, and then that's when she decided she was going to brandish the weapons. There's always more to the story, but they've asked people in the park, did you see that? And people are like, no, I didn't see any of that.
If that's the case, then good girl.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They've got some issues up there. I mean, they're ready to pop off. It's not even close. I talked to you the other day about the flags.
Yeah, well, you sent me that.
Oh, and how about that lady that went to jail for 9 months? Oh, my goodness. For what? Well, a guy went and stabbed a bunch of girls at a little party, and she was very angry, and she put something on Facebook, which, by the way, it's Facebook. Nobody's watching Facebook, but please go to our Facebook. At that point in time, though, she took it down within hours, and her husband was a member of parliament, and she still ended up going to jail. And they told her, you're not going to really do any time. That's what her lawyer said. But, if you plead guilty, otherwise you face maybe 3 to 5 years in jail if you go to court, if you go to trial, and you can lose. So she took the plea deal, and then they said, no, what you did was too harsh. We're going to put you in jail for 9 months.
Wow.
She was a mother of 3, 9 months, and her husband's a member of parliament, and still, that's the insanity that happens. Thought police, kids. We must protect our speech at all costs, period. Even if you don't like it, protect it.
Hey, we got to send that little 23-year-old yesterday wanting us to make her president because Americans are done. We should send her over there for a little while.
We should. She'd gladly handle it. She could be our foreign correspondent of insanity. Bunch of nuts. Bunch of nuts. A lot of stuff to get to today. We're going to talk a little bit about the shooting, obviously, yesterday. And again, the immediacy of politics that came out of this with more about me. Look at me. Look at me. This is a tragedy. Look at me, which frustrated the hell out of me. We got a bunch of other good stuff to get to as well. If you're missing the show, we always say shame on you. Happy Thursday, my Friday. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Join, and read one of my things here. Super Talk 99.7 WTN and our friends at Americans for Prosperity Foundation, Tennessee, for the special election 7th Congressional District GOP primary debate on Friday, September 5th. That's next week. It's at Cabaret Showroom in Nashville, hosted by Matt Murphy. Tune in, join us live. Thanks to Paul Winkler, Inc., to our SVP, or learn more. Please visit 997WTM.com/events. I think that guy who emailed me today or texted me, he wants to be, this is what he's going to be on. What's his name? Trey Whitten? Whittem? We don't even know. That's how good we are. Bell and I have decided we're going to run for something, and we want limited government. So when we win, the first order of business is telling everybody to go home in government and come back in 4 years.
Yeah, when you call my office and you tell me what you need as a constituent, I'm just going to go, no, you don't.
No, you don't need that.
You don't need that.
You don't want that.
We're broke. We're sorry. You can't have it.
You don't want that. Hey, the culottes thing. Somebody said you were wrong about culottes. So,
okay.
Culottes are wide-legged capris. Did you know that?
Okay.
Don't look at that's Sherry. Don't look at me. I don't know.
I got too many muscles to wear capris.
Yeah.
I'd look like the Hulk.
That'd be cool. Hulk was never naked. Does anybody else find that weird?
I think Hulk should have been naked. I mean, how come all of his pants didn't come
That's
off?
what I want to know.
It was just the from the knee down.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. Like, that'll be the next one when, like, the what is it? The Marvel Universe goes dark with the Avengers. It's going to be gritty. Hulk will be naked running around. Oh, jeez.
Hulk smash!
Big smash, big time. Oh. I didn't realize the power Hulk had, actually, when I watched any of those. That how tough he was.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid growing up, it was just Lou Ferrigno, and he didn't do anything special.
Yeah, and they put him in slow motion.
Now they're gauchos. Somebody said they're gauchos. I don't even know. They're called knee knockers. You've started something, Bell, with your culottes.
Knee knockers.
They'll live.
You and your knee lockers. So, man, I watched way too much of that nut jobs manifesto, weird, whatever the hell. He had like 20 minutes of video.
Yeah. I can't stand the sounds that he's making.
Yeah.
But to sit through it, because I don't like smacking and breathing and that sort of thing, but I wanted to look through this. This guy's a wackadoo, as you would say, man.
Yeah, he is a wackadoo.
He was a wackadoo.
His whole thing about, apologizing to his family, there was an interview with Raider, the BTK killer.
Yeah.
Where he started crying in the middle of the interview because of how his actions had affected his family. No concern whatsoever for how his actions affected the victims, but he was crying because he had hurt his family. And this is the same thing. It's like, I'm really sorry, I'm screwing your life up, but I got to go kill some kids.
Yeah, it's the way that they can compartmentalize a portion of their life. Almost like that person that's doing that is somebody that's not this person over here. Because, it was always the talk about, like, Ted Bundy, right? He had a girlfriend who had a kid. I mean, and it's just a weird way that they can do that. And like this guy, we still don't know too much about his family, right? I mean, I haven't heard a word. I mean, I think the guy that lived next door to him said he seemed pretty ordinary.
Yeah, all I've seen is that his mother worked there as early as 2021.
Yeah, and she retired. And outside of that, we haven't, somebody who lived next door to them said, seemed like an okay guy, and that was it. And they were mental health professionals. He said, didn't look different any other person out there, strange person. You live in the city, it's a cornucopia of strange. What makes one person more strange than another? So there you go. I mean, that's kind of all we heard. They said he looked like a 20-something, came home into the building, ordered fast food, went to work, came home. Nothing stood out. And he said he had friends, which is also something that's kind of an odd thing because usually a lot of these people don't have that kind of thing. Very isolated. And this guy seemed to have something, but how, again, did we get to the point where nobody knew any of this?
Well, and here's my question. How were people able to find this YouTube video so fast after this?
I guess he wanted it out there, so he put it out there. And somebody must have picked up on a scanner who they identified.
Gotcha.
And then they went right to it and started posting it.
That makes sense, yeah. Because there's a lot on those scanners that authorities will never make public.
Never. Just again, and people say it's a tragedy. It's not a tragedy. It's evil. It's murder. It's devastation. What happened in like Texas or North Carolina with the rain and all of a sudden the floods? That's a tragedy. This was a premeditated evil murder. The kids are going through it. The families are going through it, and their lives are shattered. But, I think too often we put it off as some sort of tragedy. I think we got to fix that. No, this was evil. This was murder. This is a not well person who, even if he didn't have guns or anything, if you read that book, he's not well. We can all get that. So we'll talk a little bit more about this. Got a bunch of other stuff. Wait to hear what they want to do in Australia, which I find to be fascinating and scary. Could this be coming to a place near? Don't give people ideas. Maybe the best way to describe that. Bunch of other stuff on the way from your show. Share my new grab the podcast. Chat Benson Show, Super Talk 997. It's not the gun. I'm say that over and over again. It's not the gun. Access to gun, we can have a conversation, but it's not the gun. When I listened to, everybody went straight to the politics of it all, which is frustrating. I mean, these kids, families, just found the most devastating news in the history of their life that they'll ever have. And, everybody's already out there, shaping the narrative. It's because the person's trans. It's because it's the gun. It's because it's this, or it's because it's that. It's because mental illness. It's simple as that. Other nations have a decent amount of guns, but they don't have the big scary gun. No, they may not have some of the big scary guns. That's true. But handguns can still do a lot, still kill the most people. It's not even close. It's not the guns. It's not. In a situation like that in particular, no matter what anybody says, it's not.
People who say that this is not about guns, you got to be kidding me. This is about guns. We do need to take action. There are other countries around the world where horrific acts have taken place like this, and then they step up to make a change so that it, in fact, does not happen again. We can take that same sort of action here now.
How? Because when I hear everybody talk, this is what I hear. It's the gun lobby. It's the guns. We got to take the guns. We got to figure out how to get the guns. We got to do the guns. It's great. It's guns. Okay. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's go over this together. I did this day on my mind. There's a gun. It's at a store. It's sitting there. It's in a display case. It's behind, the case is back there. It's just there. You go and get the gun. So the gun didn't come to you. The gun didn't jump down. Gunny Gunnarsson goes, come on, guys, let's go. Come on, Bully Bulletson. And then hop in there and drive over to that guy's house, took the bus or whatever, and then go, hey, you guys should really go shoot up a church. And he's like, I wasn't thinking about it, but thanks for telling me, Gunny. No, that didn't happen. It's a symbol and it's a tool. And in many cases, tools can do a lot of things. Electricity can cook dinner, cook a man. It's a tool. The issue is mental illness. And yes, I have yet to meet one person that's a member of the NRA or is a big 2A person that goes, you know what I love to do? Defend my rights to own a gun because a crazy person decided to kill a whole bunch of people. I can't wait to do that every day. They don't want crazy people to have guns either. But much like the statue that all the left wanted to remove because they're racist. Okay, so you go and remove the statue. Do you really think you fixed anything? I mean, did anything happen? Did anything change? You think there's systemic racism? Is the systemic racism driven by the statue? Does it have mind control? No. It's not going to change anything. Crazy will do crazy. What was the line that Jeff Goldblum said? Nature will find a way. Crazy will find a way. We're not going to go take away the car if crazy drives through downtown somewhere and kills several people.
It's one of the few areas of society where we want to punish the people who haven't done anything for the actions of someone who did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is so bizarre that we always have to have this conversation. Well, you shouldn't want to have those guns. Why? I'm a law-abiding citizen. You're a law-abiding citizen. Some of you. Maybe a few of you may not have been as law-abiding in the past as you are right now, but thank you so much for listening. But why shouldn't you be allowed to? If you want to have a gazillion guns, why shouldn't you be allowed to? As long as you're a law-abiding citizen, you're not doing something. We all want bad people not to have weapons. But we act like if bad people don't have weapons, bad things aren't going to happen. All you do is go, okay, bad people, you can't have weapons anymore. And then you look over and go, hey, people who obey the law, give us your weapons. Okay. No. Which will never happen. I did a thing today, and they asked me, because, last night I have to go debate somebody, and they're like, well, maybe you're right about the mental health, but there's still too many weapons. Yes. This guy got them legally, though. The guy selling, having you fill out all the paperwork and selling you doing, those people aren't, they look the background check, they do all that. You know what they're not? They're not counselors. That's what they're not. They're not like, hey, so tell me, Belle, are you close to your family? How do you feel? Have you thought about hurting yourself? Do you hear voices? No, none of that. So taking away something that was a tool used, that's like yelling. If you took away a fork from a fat guy, do you think he's going to stop eating? Anybody? We're probably going to yell after the fat thing, but you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. How do we fix the underlying problem? We've got technology that's never been the way it is and growing. We've got opportunities. They have a red flag thing. I looked it up. I went through it. It's a pretty strong red flag. Nobody knew. Nobody. People knew. They didn't, and when we were just talking about the fact that his neighbor said, oh, yeah, he's got, he had friends over. Well, friends had to have known something. Now, did they know the extent of the pain? Depends on how good their friends were and how good of an actor he was. But this is a mental illness problem. And this guy is textbook wackadoo. Pissed and angry. And he's angry for a lot of reasons. And he took it out on other people. And why he took it out on them, again, the motivation of why this school, his mom worked there, and she retired like 4 or 5 years ago. So he just wanted, on his writings. And by the way, on some of the stuff he had written, because there's talk that there are several of these people that have all kind of, in some way, shape, or form, met through and or conversed, as we talked about yesterday, this almost weird shrine-like way that they're building up in their minds these school shooters. And it's school shooters, too, in some way, or camp shooters. Because this guy was a big fan of a dude named Anders Breivik. You guys remember that cat in Norway? He went to the camp, and he killed 77. Yeah, if you've never seen that guy, he is straight up nutty. And white supremacist. And then they asked him, he's still alive, and they said, because he goes, Europe's interesting. 25 years is your max. You're not going to jail forever there. But you have to come up for parole. And the last time he was up for parole, which wasn't too long ago, he Heil Hitler everybody and said he'd do it again the minute he got out.
Sounds like he watched too many Manson interviews.
Mental illness. We need to address that. We need to get to kids sooner. We need kids more involved, and parents need to be more involved. And even if your parents are involved, that's not the end all to be all.
They constantly talk about getting rid of the guns, but what they mean is taking away your access to the guns because they don't have an issue with the government having them.
No.
They call them weapons of war. If they're weapons of war, why do the police departments need them? Are they at war with the citizenry?
Exactly. Look at Europe. Look at England. Doesn't have. They don't. I mean, was it you? They asked me the other day, Ken, did they have? They don't have guns. The Bobbies don't carry guns.
Yeah, talking about police in the UK.
Yeah, they don't carry guns. Now they have all the force has like their own SWAT people that will come out in situations, and they're trained, a lot of them, but they don't. The average cop, the Bobby, they don't have it. They have a stick and they have a whistle. And I was telling Ken, too, it's weird, too, when you watch one of the police officers walk by a woman and she's carrying a purse, which I just found bizarre. But, yeah, but you know what? Over there, they don't have weapons, but neither do a lot of times the gang members. It was seen uncouth back in the day. If you used a gun, other gangsters and criminals thought you were awful. They wanted nothing to do with you. But it's getting worse. It is. But mental illness in this case, this was not drugs. It's not, they can go look at SSR, all that stuff. This guy was also, and Ken and Bell and I had talked about this. He wanted attention so bad. Everything was about me. Well, some of the stuff I was reading, everything was about him. He wanted attention, not just the adoration of his family, but he wanted people to notice him. And a lot of these people out there, they do some of these things, whether it's their non-binary or because they want to feel like they've got a special power. Really, they're like the Black Widow in the Avengers. They can kick, but so can everybody else. This person wanted all of those things. And pissed and angry that the world didn't give him what he wanted. And then he took it out on everybody else. And it's a horrible, nasty situation. It is. But mental illness, look at that more and more. And if you got the red flags, why aren't you using them? Family members, where the hell are you on this? Friends. If I thought my friend was going to twist off, I would absolutely make sure I took the guns away from him and reported him. For his sake as much as everybody else, if I'm a friend of his. I think most people would. You'd like to think. Some people are like, I just don't want to get involved. But they're going to come to you, and the minute you find out you could be in trouble, well, coming up, talk about what they're going to do in Australia, potentially. Good eye there. It's not a good day, I'll tell you that. But I could see this coming here, and whoever thought this was an idea that was good, it's mind-boggling. But they're desperate, like a lot of other places when it comes to housing. Talk a bit about that, bunch of other good stuff to get to today. Reach out to us across social media if you want to text this bell.
615-737-9986.
There you guys go. It is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. So, housing crisis everywhere. Australia has decided, hey, 60% of the people in the country are either single or homeowners, or they're a couple. And maybe they have a kid, but they've got more bedrooms than they need. So we're going to incentivize them to do two things. We're either going to try to force them to rent out that room and tax them, or we may hit them with a penalty if they don't rent out that room for having an extra room. What? Yeah. Because they need to build we have a bad housing issue. And our housing issue is kind of odd. It's an odd thing because it's manipulated in some areas. It's also areas where a lot of people live. They have a housing. Probably California. You never build in California. There's plenty of room to build in California. You just can't. If it's not the state, it's your neighbor that doesn't want you to build. We've got plenty of room. Texas throws up houses every 5 seconds. I mean, it's crazy how fast they build. So could this come to like here? They're always trying to find something here, another way, we're going to throw $10 million at this and $20 million at that. And, and then the mayor's like, Freddie's like, we should do this. They're all trying to figure out something because space is a little limited. Well, you move out then, or you build up because there's not a ton of room. But I look at this and I think, oh my God, somebody's going, could we do that here? Not so much here, but just in America.
I thought it was government's job to protect your property rights.
No, that's your job in their minds is once you have property. And the way that Australia and several others, even here, their the look is a lot of people who are older are asset rich, cash poor. So grandma and grandpa on paper are worth $2 million. Grandma and grandpa in real life don't have a pot to piss in because they've got a giant house, but it's their house where the kids grew up. It's the house where, and I don't know about you, but I don't want somebody just, hey, you guys, here's the person that's going to live with you. What? No. And you give them these ideas because they're always looking for a way to get taxed the whole thing is, can we incentivize a generation to sell their homes or we'll tax them to try to build more homes?
And why does government get to decide how many rooms I need?
Last time I checked, there was a nation that tried that. Several of them. One currently doing it. And if you got to kiss a lot of butt to get into Pyongyang. And they'll tell you exactly where you get. I remember watching movies and documentaries about like the Soviet Union and people talking about how excited they would be that the foreman of the place where they were told they had to work would tell them they're doing a good job and they're looking into moving their family to a 2-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom. And they're like, thank you, sir. That is, and now, like you said, why does the government have the opportunity to come in and tell you what you can do with your property? That's like the least, democratic, freedom-loving, liberty thing around. Any way they think they can do something, they will. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. Got some of your text messages as well. Also, I'm going to tell you guys this. If Brad Pitt or a soap star falls in love with your grandmother, you need to warn them it's probably not real. Letting you guys know we're helping you out here. This is what we do here. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.